little bit different. We're kicking it a little old school with holding the camera in front of my face, but bear with me because we're not traveling back in time. We're instead going to be talking about the future. So we're about 1 week away from flipping these girls into flower. I think I'm going to be able to do it Friday or Saturday of next week, and it's been a little bit of a long time coming. It really has, and I just want to turn this camera around and show you what we got growing on in this closet right here. So I'm gonna open the door and flip you around. Now we got the Spider Farmer SF2000, which I have had for quite a few years and it is still kicking. We got the Exhale mushroom bag, which I installed and it seems to be helping out with the growth of these girls. I got 1, 2, 3 fans kicking it in this room trying to get this air circulated. We got a smart humidifier and a heater, and of course we have the ladies. Now these plants down here, those are going to be going towards our outdoor grow. They're going to be placed outside. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to have them started on the porch when they're still small, and then move them out to the actual yard and into a greenhouse when I get it. But as you can see, we have this first layer of trellis, and all these girls are starting to push up above it, making it so that it's actually put it in work, holding these girls back a little bit, opening up their canopy a little bit. We're going to come in here, throw up a second layer, anticipate a little bit of a stretch, but just to give you guys a lineup so you know the order of everything from left to right. We got a White Widow, another White Widow, Cherry Cookies, Purple Ferrari, and Cookies and Cream on this end. So I kind of want to get actually the camera stand, do a live training session with you guys for a minute. I was not at all prepared for this, so bear with me. Boop, boop. Put that back on selfie mode real quick. Alright, fantastic. Now we got the camera kind of pointed at the plants where we need them to. Let's see if I can get you guys a little bit more situated from down here. Alright, there we go. See this? Alright, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be twisting these girls up, and you can see we got a little bit of deficiencies, a little bit of hardships that these girls are going through, but it's nothing too crazy. They're still growing strong, and I haven't been completely feeding them for the past couple of waterings. I've just been giving them plain water, but we're going to get them back up. We're going to get them vigorous before the week is up. We're going to get them ready to go into flower and just get them strong. So I'm kind of going to hop around the tops here, just kind of look at what all needs to be done. These girls are going to be super beautiful once we get into the flower stage and start kicking things off. We're going to have so many tops going on in this flower garden, and I'm so excited to see how my first trellis experiment turns out. A little bit on the purple Ferrari. Just trying to make sure these tops are going to be strong, be able to hold up as much bud as possible, as well as working in conjunction with the trellis net and also growing thick so we can get as much nutrients as possible to these buds as efficiently as we possibly can. And even just going through and doing this training, the smells and the stickiness that are coming off just the stems alone, I beg to estimate that we're going to have a very bountiful frosty harvest, just based on what I've been seeing here. And I'm super excited to see how it all turns out and how the new genetics run. And maybe if we can get a couple clones or something last minute. I'm not sure. I did buy a cloning solution so we can get a little bit closer to our plant limit to put plants outside, but I'm not 100% sure on how that's going to work out. I'm not thinking a whole lot of stuff through. That's kind of the that's kind of just what happens around here. But since I'm moving over to the other side of the garden, I'm going to switch you guys around. Raise you up, drop you down, make sure you're looking at all the right stuff. And it looks like you are. So this top is protruding super high, but it has a really good structure. And this White Widow, like White Widow itself from Canuck Seeds, their genetics have just always been super consistent. I've never really had anything go like super haywire or do anything extremely crazy, other than a G13, which was pretty wild, but their genetics are usually pretty solid. And I definitely recommend checking them out if you need a new place to go get seeds. I'm gonna have to come up here. Train these last couple back here. And when it comes to this last week where these plants are going to be in veg for the last couple of days, I'm going to also make sure that everything is weaved around the trellis, everything is going where I need it to go, because if I run into a situation where a plant is stretching somewhere undesirable, I'm going to need to address it now rather than later when the plant is starting to grow buds, and I could open myself up to some other issues. I just broke a top off by mistake of that White Widow that's back there. So that's kind of a bummer, but I have been doing that chop and drop method, so I'm just going to go ahead and not even worry about it. By the end of next week, it's going to be pretty okay. Not going to have any real effects from the stress. Not really going to be anything we need to worry about. I'm going to drop you guys down low and kind of do an outro here. Yeah, so that's kind of what we kind of that is kind of what we do here when we are training our cannabis plants, just kind of twisting those tops, bending it every which way, trying to maximize the space we have to get as many tops as possible in our 6x2 here. And everything is looking super good. We're having a little bit of our own kind of problems, but if I keep up on the cleaning and everything and making sure this room doesn't stay just without cleanliness for too long, and also working on the IPM for the last couple of days, going on rotation with essential oils, we should be able to keep those pests out. Ever since I did my first spraying, I've noticed that pests have gone down, whether they are beneficial or not. So keeping those things away, minimizing issues as much as possible, gonna go a long way going into the flower stage here. And I hope your gardens are looking happy and healthy. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you, and thank you for being a member